We're just talking to IRB. Now let's go across and join Uflex, where the finger of suspicion is not vague. The promoter and chairman Ashok Chaturvedi has been sentenced to 4 years of imprisonment. The stock has taken a big hit in the last couple of sessions, up 4% today though. RK Jain, President Finance of Uflex, joins in. Morning, Mr. Jain. Your promoter is in jail now. How will it affect operations going forward?
Let me clarify that, yes, of course, he has been sentenced to rigorous imprisonment by the court, but the company has been taking legal steps, to come out of this matter. While the steps will take its own time, but in the meanwhile, the business has been running as usual and is still on the strong footing. And as you know, that the company is a board-managed and professionally managed company, so we don't have any effect of that, since the chairman is not in the office.
That is too simple, Mr. Jain. You cannot say the promoter is in jail and it does not affect anything in the company. But he is the only promoter that you have. He's been sentenced to imprisonment, and you're saying he doesn't come to office, makes no difference to the operations.
No, at least I think you have to see with them that it has been just a recent matter, a day ago. It happened, and then everything is being taken care. It's not a matter that he has been out of the office for a longer period. He has been hardly out for a day or day and a half. So that doesn't matter. Otherwise, also for various purposes, he has to be out of the office for many reasons, for the business. So obviously, as of now, there is no crisis as such. Maybe that if anything happens, then obviously one has to look at differently, but as of now we don't foresee any problem, and we are very sure and confident the solution will take place sooner.
Mr. Jain, his absence from office is the last thing that I'm asking you about. He could be ill and therefore not make it to office. I'm not saying that the doors of the office are shut because he's not attending office. He's in jail. He's the promoter of the company, and he's the owner and the guy who's brought up Uflex to what it is. You're saying that his departure to jail under such a big taint makes no difference to the operations of the company. I'm not talking about him signing checks.
No, I am trying to clarify the point that his presence not here in the office is not affecting the business of the company immediately. I am not saying that if he is not there for a longer period, it may not affect. As I said that it has been a recent development, hardly a day and a half has passed, and that is not affecting. And again I am emphasizing that the proper legal action is being taken to deal with the matter, and we are very confident that legal course will take its own way, and then he would be very soon back to the office. So had it been a longer period, then probably one could have speculated about all these factors. After all, we are a professionally managed company. It is a board-run company. Yes, of course, he is a promoter. He has been a very important person for the company. But if he is not there for a shorter period, one cannot speculate that something will drastically change immediately.
How do you think it affects?
That's what my point of view.
Yeah, I think we're talking at cross purposes. I think you're mistaking my question to mean that his absence from office is the matter which should bother investors and business partners. The fact that he's under a big scam taint, has been sentenced to imprisonment, and the promoter of the company at that, is a far bigger issue from a business perspective going forward. How, for example, will you raise capital now, Mr. Jain? Do you think investors will want to buy into a company where the chairman is sitting in jail?
No, this is what is the point on the merit of the case as such. Now you are referring to the merit of the case. Yes, as I said that I won't be able to comment. I am not a legal expert, and the matter is being taken up with the appropriate authorities and the court, and then I am sure the public will know exactly what has happened, and the case will be settled definitely on the merit. So obviously, it is not a good event, of course, we agree with that, but nobody would like that this kind of a situation should arise in the normal way. Obviously, it has its own ramification, but the company has been taking all necessary steps to control the damage.
What does it mean for your investors, you think, Mr. Jain? People own your stock.
No, obviously.
Do you think they will want to own your stock?
Absolutely.
And can I please finish my question? You also had plans to raise 750 crores of capital through a rights or a QIP. Do you think you can have access to capital to feed your expansion plans under such a cloud where your chairman is sitting in jail?
Let me answer this first, your question that company had a plan to raise 750 crore rupees. Let me clarify that the company had abandoned all the plans much prior to this event, and as I mentioned earlier also in the interview with you, that company had proposed to issue the warrant to the promoters to the extent of 400 crore rupees. That has already been done, and then part of the money has already been put into the company, and the company had no plan other than that in the near future. Obviously, if you talk to me about the immediate effect of the capital raising plan, if company had any plan to raise, definitely it would have affected. But the point is that company doesn't have any plan for the time being, and then I am again telling that the matter will be clarified. There has been a knee-jerk reaction of this event, which is not a very healthy or very good thing, and then obviously the market has reacted to that. Price has gone down. But as I mentioned that we are taking damage control exercises, we are going to apply to all the investors, we are interacting with them and we are informing to them what has happened, what is the case has been, and then this matter will definitely settle it down in the due course of time.
What about employees? How long will you stick on, Mr. Jain, to this company with the chairman in jail? And do you
I've been there with the company. Yeah, we have been there with the company for the last 25 years, and we have seen all ups and downs, and then you see it is all the more for the employees, because he has been basically whatever has happened, it is only for the cause of the employees. And I'm sure there is a strong support and solidarity from all employees and the management staff to him. And we all are making effort that nothing goes wrong beyond that what has happened already.
So you don't see an exodus of your employees, given that people perceive that they are working for a scam-tainted company?
No, I would deny this. It is a scam, because again it is a question that which one has to really debate and then clarify whether it is a scam or not a scam, because it is nothing to do with the scam as such, because this was basically a land to be allotted for the welfare of the employees, and then again I think it has been wrongly spelled in the media and even by the authorities that it has been a scam. If there was any irregularity at the end of the Noida authorities, that would have been there at their end. Nothing has been done either by him or by the company. This is what is our stand, and I think the court will also understand this, and we are taking all legal steps to combat with this position.
How does it affect your business partners? You work with some of the largest MNCs in the country. Do you think they might want to sever relations with you, given the kind of suspicion of corporate governance with your company now?
Let me tell you that our people who had been heading the businesses of various divisions, they have been in regular touch with the customers and the other business associates. They have been clarifying the position, and I can tell you that all these customers are more matured and sensible, and they understand what happens in the corporate world, and these kind of things may happen by mistake and by default. And so far, everybody has extended their support and solidarity to this event. And we will not foresee that any major shakeout will take place of this nature.
Good luck, Mr. Jain, then. Thanks for joining in today. That's Uflex saying that it doesn't matter too much that their promoter has been sentenced to 4 years in jail. That stock's holding out 6 odd rupees higher at 168.